Okay, welcome back to my Let's Play of Final Fantasy XIV on the PC. Last time was a fairly long one, but we got to the first dungeon of Shadowbringers, and it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool, very cool aesthetic. Although I don't know why all the trees and plants are purple here, and yet just over there they're all green and normal. I don't know. It doesn't look like they're green and normal over there, but whatever. Let's continue. Warrior of Darkness. Now, as for how we proceed from here, the villagers we evacuated earlier have arrived safely in the Crystarium. They seem to be accepting their situation for the moment. Most folk are far too distracted by the sky to worry about wounds or lost homes. They whisper and wonder if the Warrior of Darkness has come. 'Tis to be expected. Mangg, I must ask a favor of you. Would you be so kind as to conceal your involvement in this endeavor for the time being? Seeing the light recede from Lakeland is a momentous occasion, and many will be swept up in a maelstrom of excitement and confusion. Should you come forth as the legendary Warrior of Darkness, I fear that no matter how good your intentions, such an appearance would throw the city into disarray. I find myself in agreement with the Exarch, although my concerns are more focused on Yulmore. It may be best if you maintain a low profile until we see how Vothri responds to all of this. My thanks. Though we cannot freely celebrate your success, pray allow your heart to be buoyed by the joy of our citizens, a joy you surely brought into being. And I must ask the same discretion of you, Captain. It is my intention to share with our people the tale of a great warrior who stood in defiance of the Sin Eaters. This unnamed champion defeated the Light Warden, and has since departed for parts unknown, yes? As you wish, my lord. Your penchant for mystery is nothing new, and I will encourage folk not to question this either. Although I expect to be told the whole truth of it one day, about all of you. With that settled, I shall return to the Crystarium and make an address to the people. These explanations and adjustments will consume much of my time, so pray take the opportunity to rest and recover from your exploits. And to think you'll not even need to shutter the windows to enjoy a dark and peaceful night's sleep. Seems pretty bright out to me. I must stay behind and coordinate the evacuation of the remaining survivors. And I hesitate to ask after all you've done here today, but could I ask you to pass on a message on your way to the Pendants? Please let Bragi know that we're bringing in a number of injured, and that any restoratives in the markets need to be reserved for the infirmary. Seems like they don't want to use the nod as much anymore. Maybe they thought it was played out. We should start making our own way back to the Crystarium. Slowly, mind you. It wouldn't do to arrive too soon after the Exarch. I'm staying behind as well. There's something I need to check on in Holminster. We already went through the village top to bottom, Alizé. We should all take the chance to rest, you included. I knew one of those eaters, and I can't rest, not now. So please, I wish to be left alone for a while, and that means you as well, Mangg. I shall be cross if you try to follow me. I promise to find you later when I feel myself again. Just you and me then, shall we? Alright, back to the Crystarium. Bada bing, bada boom. Well, the Crystarium seems relatively ordered, wouldn't you say? The Exarch's speech must have been reassuring to hear. On the contrary, there's something jubilant in the air. I have a feeling this night won't be quite as peaceful as our hooded friend predicted. I think I shall take a brief stroll around town before retiring to my chambers. Once you've discharged your duty to Bragi, I suggest you do the same. Sleep well, Mangg. I hope untroubled dreams find you and Alizé both. Well, it means we're probably going to have another vision from the ghost. Or another visit. Alright, what can I do for you? Looking to buy a lantern like every other stumbling soul in the city? It's really bright out. I see. Well, Captain Lena can rest assured that any potions I spot coming in will be set aside for the wounded. Hang on a moment. If you're carrying messages for the guard, does that mean you were there then? The battle at Holminster? A stalwart lad like you might want to pay a visit to the Wandering Stairs, make himself known. I'm sure Gilnard can introduce you to some interesting opportunities. No, I shouldn't do that. But apparently I'm going to go do that. Okay. Nice sweeping camera view. Sayala, more beer for table 2, and a couple of pints of mead for table 3 while you're at it. Coming right up. Sorry, we're rushed off our feet today, sir. Can I get you anything? Drinks around the house. Oh, that Bragi has a twisted sense of humor. To think he'd send you to me at a time like this. Our first real night in near 100 years has folk all riled up and then some. What's more, there was that eater business at Holminster Switch. They say a light warden was destroyed without a damn trace, and it was the Warrior of Darkness who did the deed. I really must... Oh. She has something in her throat. I really must apologize for Gilnard. He's been almost as rowdy as our customers, and that's no small feat. A lot of our regulars are bounty hunters, you see. They mostly go after eaters, and the rumor of the warrior's appearance was the spark to their kindling. You know how the weak eaters are drawn to the strong ones, right? Aye, they swarm like angry bees around a queen. You need look no further than Holminster for proof of that. But attacks on that scale don't happen every day, praise the blessed shadow. No, the more common threats are the strays. No one knows why, but every now and again an eater will leave the pack to prowl alone. Those are the ones you run into on the road if your luck is foul. They're a danger to everyone, so the settlement council puts bounties on their heads, and our bar here is a convenient place for hunters to gather and share information. Seems a few of them were inspired by the warden slaying even more than most. These are the types who have their sights set on the absolute worst of the strays, a class of eaters they've dubbed the Cardinal Virtues. The Virtues showed up out of nowhere about 3 summers ago, and when historians heard the descriptions given by survivors, well, apparently they share an appearance with the villains who caused the flood. And if that doesn't send a chill down your spine, they are also reported to be as tough as light wardens, not the kind of prey you can take down single-handed. Our virtue hunters had all but given up, but knowing that the Warrior of Darkness is out there has lit a fire in their bellies. Just look at him. That Hume over there with the oversized sword is Grandson. He's in it for revenge, wants to recruit a comrade in arms as tenacious as he is. The Mistel lad is Lurik. Don't be fooled by those dewy cheeks. He's as hard a hunter as they come. He's just lost a partner and seems to be on the lookout for a new one. That's Serig, Word is he seeks an expert in magecraft to help fight the virtue he's after. Last we have Giat, a dwarf and drunkard both. Wanted to join forces with a healer, and only a healer. Something about needing a mender's wisdom. I've seen my share of competent veterans, and you have that look about you. Maybe you should introduce yourself to one of our hunters. Who knows? Together you might even collect the bounty on a cardinal virtue. Oh, there's a grand idea. Imagine the prestige my bar would earn if we boasted the patronage of a successful virtue hunter. You've gained access to Roll Quests. A separate quest line and story is now available for tank, physical DPS, magical DPS, and healer roles. In order to reach the final stages of the Shadowbringer's main scenario, you must complete at least one Roll Quest line. Speak with a virtue hunter at the Wandering Stairs to accept a quest offer. Alright, this is mandatory content, so we have to do one of them. I guess, we'll do the healer one. It's with a dwarf, too. Traditions and Travails. Gulp, 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 chug, blah, blah. Don't you know better than to sneak up on a dwarf mid-flagon? Not even a proper greeting, either. Look here. Lally ho! The name's Giat. Lally ho. See, now that's a greeting. And speaking of what's right and proper, I see you're not wearing your helm. For shame. You're from the same strange land as the Crystal Exarch. I suppose your people have their own customs then. Alright, I'll say no more of it. He's an odd sort, the Exarch is. He knows things, right? And he's got some sort of mystical power. Don't suppose you're the same, are you? Because I could use someone with powers the likes of which this world has never known. I'm hunting sin eaters, you see. Well, one in particular. A healer, not half bad at the job, eh? I like your confidence. And I wish I could take your word for it, since you sound just what I'm looking for. But I have to ask you to prove it. No need for that. Listen here. The Sin Eater I hunt ain't your average abomination. You can't blame me for wanting to make sure that I'm not leading you to your grave. That would be bad for the both of us. So you get yourself on over to the Forest of the Lost Shepherd. We'll see what you've got. Alright. Well, let's finish this quest first. Since we're right here. Welcome back, sir. I wonder if anyone can sleep with the city in such an uproar, but will you be retiring to your quarters? Very good. In light of the present situation, I have had illumination prepared for all our rooms. No need to rush to the markets for lanterns or candles. Have a pleasant rest, sir.
So it's your lot's turn to be the Warriors of Darkness, is it? It's funny how things work out.
These are my private quarters.
Aye, I know. Just the place. In case you've forgotten, you're the only one who can see me. If we had one of our little chats in public, people might start thinking you'd lost your wits. Those white-haired twins who were with you. I remember them from our battle in the Source. Are they your friends then? Through thick and thin? Aye. Then I suggest you keep them close. It's when you charge ahead trying to save someone else that you end up losing those you love. Not that you need telling, I'll bet you've lost plenty. But I wonder, what will it cost you this time? I don't remember when it was that I learned regret wasn't worth the bother. You get numb to it all over the years. The lost comrades, the broken promises, the abandoned principles. Just more nagging burdens to ignore.
So this is what the light was hiding. He's here. I must go to him.
Who is that? Meanwhile, inside an Imperial Magitech facility in the Source. Yeah, the Source is a really weird name for it, but that's just our planet.
Intruders! Fan out and find them!
Out of my way!
Stay your weapon. We are not your enemy. When the alarm sounded, I wondered what we had done to betray our presence. But I see now we are not the only intruders. Sir Estinian, I presume. The dragoon who plucked the Warrior of Light from the jaws of death? Your armor is most distinct.
Much as yours once was. But even without it, I see a former legator still has eyes and ears in unexpected places. Van Baelsar, in the flesh. Though I understand you prefer Shadow Hunter.
You are in contact with the Scions, I take it.
Through no choice of my own, they tracked me down and conscripted me to their cause. I swear their receptionist was trained as a spy. Not that anyone can escape that Baldessian woman once she has caught the scent of your ether.
If they have resorted to using freelancers, I must assume their attempts to wake the afflicted have failed. And what of their champion?
Away on other business. Thus, it has fallen to me to root out any trace of the Empire's new weapon.
If it is Black Rose you seek, you are too late. My people have already completed your mission here. Yet this is but one factory among many. When they caught wind of our efforts, they built additional facilities to ensure production continues unabated. There will be no one left in the lands they conquer. No citizens to conscript. No skills to exploit. Nothing the Empire needs. And they will call it victory.
What exactly does this black rose do?
The gas is described as a poison, but its actual effect is more arcane in nature. It was created to disrupt the ether in living beings, to bring the flow of their life energies to a standstill. Inhaling even the tiniest amount will cause all bodily functions to cease, much as a potent venom will stop a man's heart. Released over a city, Black Rose could conceivably kill every inhabitant, and all without damaging a single structure.
Search every corner! Rouse the barracks if you have to! I want this facility secured!
I have more questions, but now is not the time.
Sir Estinian, I have an offer for you, but I will make it only once. Since it would seem we seek the same answers, you are welcome to join us.
Ha! From what I hear, you need all the help you can get. In case you don't know, Varys himself confessed that your empire was a creation of the Ascians.
I am aware of what his Radiance said at the parley. Thus, I would return to the capital, that I might behold the truth of this corruption with my own eyes. My path leads to Garlemald.
Yes, yes. Alright, Between Two Worlds, Outlander. That's not bad. See, that's a title at least. I'll stick with the new sun, though. An unwelcome guest. Begging your pardon, sir, but do you perchance intend to head outside? If so, I would strongly advise you not to stray too far from the Crystarium. Word has it Yulmore has dispatched its military to Lakeland. Given the timing, one can only assume they do not welcome the return of night. Even now, the Exarch is in the Ocular, deliberating in response. Let's go! Nighttime and raining, and oh man, it used to be so nice here. There goes the neighborhood.
You have come at a good time. As you may have heard, we have something of a quandary on our hands. Laxon Loft, here in Lakeland. Yulmore has sent one of its airships. They have questions for us concerning the death of the Light Warden. Their emissary makes his way here even as we speak.
I suppose the sky does rather give the game away.
Indeed. 'Twas inevitable they would come knocking. The only question was how soon.
My lord, I am come with the Yulmoran emissary. May I show him in?
A moment, Captain, if you would. Everyone, gather round. I do not wish to show our hand prematurely. Forgive me this liberty. Vanish. Enter. Well, well. The commander of the Yulmoran army himself. To what do I owe the honor, General Ranjit?
The Light Warden is dead, Exarch. Were your people responsible?
You are clearly in some haste, my lord. But before I address your question, you must allow me one of my own. What is Yulmor's interest in this?
His Benevolence, Lord Vorthri, is gravely concerned that the actions of an ignorant few may jeopardize relations between man and Sin Eater. Should it transpire that the Crystarium is guilty of abetting the villains responsible for this outrage, my lord has decreed that it suffer the same retribution.
I see. Since you have been so candid, I too shall speak my mind. Regardless of who is responsible, the Crystarium rejoices in the Light Warden's death and welcomes the return of the night sky. If Yulmor considers this tantamount to aiding those you term villains, then by all means, carry out your retribution. Know, however, that even should every innocent soul in the Crystarium perish, nothing can stop that which has been set in motion.
Folly. The death of one or 1,000,000 Sin Eaters changes nothing. The world is dead, and writhe as we might, like maggots in its rotting course, it will not be reborn. Only by my master's grace may we live out our days in peace. But I waste my breath. You have made your stance clear. I shall relay your words to Lord Vorthri. In the meantime, you would do well to counsel any here who have done more than merely rejoice in recent events, to throw themselves upon Yulmor's mercy, promptly. One last matter. We are searching for a young artist and his assistant. Know you of whom I speak?
An artist and his assistant, no. I cannot say I do.
What a pity. Should they reveal themselves to you, I bid you hand them over at once. My master is most eager to see them again.
Am I imagining things, or did he just stare straight at us?
I fear he did. The General is not a man to be trifled with. He is a warrior of fearsome repute who has led Yulmor's army since before Vorthri's time, when the nation still spearheaded the fight against the Sin Eaters. One does not command the world's mightiest army, and for so long, without possessing exceptional instincts.
If Yulmor chose to send such an individual, we must assume this talk of retribution is more than an idle threat. While we are grateful for your support, my lord, we cannot in good conscience put your people in harm's way.
'Tis noble of you to say, Master Alphino, but my people have been in harm's way since long before you arrived. Yulmore has ever yearned to rule over what remains of the world. Even should we surrender the Warrior of Darkness to them, they would find some other pretext upon which to invade. The people of the Crystarium know this only too well, which is why, when the time comes, I am certain they will fight to the last man. If truth be told, I would not have been surprised had Ranjit declared war here and now.
He may have reason to delay. According to reports, the Yulmoran forces at Laxan Loft were observed taking a prisoner. A young woman believed to be none other than the Oracle of Light, Minfilia.
Oh, shit.
It may be that General Ranjit wishes to convey her to Yulmore before commencing hostilities. Having mentored generations of Minfilias, it would not surprise me if he had made her capture his chief concern.
What does that mean? Generations of Minfilias?
Ah, of course. How remiss of me. I had intended to speak to you of Minfilia. There is, however, much to say, and precious little time in which to say it.
Well, say something, motherfucker.
I think it best that you seek out Maren at the Cabinet of Curiosity. He'll be able to enlighten you. Alphino, Alize, would you care to accompany your friend? You doubtless have insights of your own to offer on the matter.
All right. Though I'm still not sure I understand it all myself.
In the meantime, I will set about making provisions for war.
Oh, man. War against the Empire, war against the Sin Eaters, war against Yulmore. It just never stops. Now we got generations of Minfilias. I don't know, man. Yes? If you're looking after books pertaining to the Warrior of Darkness, I'm afraid most are out on loan at present. They are experiencing quite a surge in popularity. Oh, you wish to learn about the Oracle of Light? Then it would be my pleasure to assist. After I've finished off some few outstanding tasks, that is. While I attend to them, perhaps you could fetch me a book. The Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light, it's called. Though it's intended for younger readers, it provides an excellent summary of the subject matter, and the artwork is quite lovely besides. I would not hesitate to recommend it to anyone with an interest in learning about Minfilia. But you must see for yourself. The book should be located on the level below. Should I say, for while there is a place for everything here, not everything is always in its place, despite my best efforts. In short, if the book is not where it should be, it will almost certainly be somewhere it shouldn't. So, good luck. Great. That sounds fun. Look at all these fucking books. No, it's not here. Nope, not here. Just as your eyes begin to blur, they finally come to rest on a copy of the Illustrated Tale of the Oracle of Light. Wow, how convenient. Miraculous, really. Have you found the book? Yes, this is the one. I hope it wasn't too difficult to track down. I'm happy to say I've finished all my pressing tasks. If you want to call your friends over, we can begin learning at once. Without further ado, then. It began 100 years ago when the flood of light threatened to swallow Norvrant. Just as all seemed lost, a savior appeared who halted the all-consuming radiance, a maiden with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire. Naught was known about her save that her name was Minfilia, and for delivering the realm she came to be revered as the Oracle of Light. After stopping the flood, the mysterious maiden vanished without a trace, but 15 years later her name would unexpectedly reappear in the annals of history. When Sin-Eaters laid ruin to the kingdom of Vobert, a young girl was discovered who was immune to the creature's blighted touch. One with hair of spun gold and eyes of clearest sapphire, she was hailed as the Oracle Reborn and came to likewise be called Minfilia. Enlisting in the Yulmoran army, this Minfilia fought and vanquished countless Sin-Eaters. Alas, like so many other soldiers, she eventually met her end in battle. Yet with her dying breath she whispered unto her grieving comrades, Minfilia will return. And true to her word, some years later another young girl was discovered who possessed the selfsame eyes, that selfsame hair, and those selfsame powers. She too took the name Minfilia. She too fought Sin-Eaters as a soldier of Yulmore, and she too fell in battle. Many more were to follow in her footsteps, and so the cycle continues to this day. And that concludes the tale. By their valor and sacrifice, these women have saved Norvrant on numerous occasions, and were it not for them, we might never have learned of the Light Wardens and their nature. They sound like formidable warriors. Some, perhaps. The truth is rather less simple. Though the Oracle is reborn with certain common traits, she does not inherit the memories or the knowledge of her previous incarnations. All of the Minfilias thus far were discovered as ordinary girls, unversed in the ways of war and ignorant of the power they harbored. While some embraced their fate and devoted themselves to training, others did not, but all were made to face the Sin-Eaters, and all died to keep our hopes alive. What can you tell us of the current Minfilia? She was found by the Yulmoran army some 10 years ago and taken into their care, or rather their custody. She was a prisoner in all but name, for by that time under Lord Vothry's rule, Yulmore had already abandoned resistance in favor of decadence. Minfilia was an uncomfortable reminder of the war they no longer wished to fight, a potential threat to the peace, and so they kept her under lock and key. For a long while, we had heard nothing more of her. We couldn't even be certain she was alive, save that it was in the Yulmorans' best interest for her to remain under their control. But then 3 years ago, a gallant soul stole into the city and rescued her from their clutches, just like a hero from the tales. Indeed. Well, I believe we now have a good grasp of Minfilia's tale. Thank you for your time, Warren. Might I trouble you for a word, Mangg, outside? Dude, you know that dude that rescued her was fucking Thancred. That's what he does. That's what he does. As you have already surmised, the gallant soul who rescued Minfilia was none other than our own dear Thancred. They have since been wandering the land together, never remaining in one place for long, which is why we have not yet had a chance to meet them. We know that Minfilia journeyed here as Heidelin's emissary to halt the flood of light. It could only be her that the people of the First witnessed 100 years ago, the original Oracle of Light. But while there's plainly some connection between the woman we knew and her namesakes, the fact that these girls do not share her memories must surely mean they are not the same person. Thancred has to understand that. I have no doubt that he understands. The question is how he feels. Regardless, the Thancred we know would not forsake his charge. If she has been captured, we may be certain he will not stand idly by. There you go again, talking in your roundabout way. If you think we should rescue Minfilia, just spit it out. It just so happens I agree with you. It's quite clear that this Minfilia possesses Heidelin's blessing. And it wouldn't hurt to have a second such individual on our side, right, Mangg? Quite. I see you've made up your minds. Exarch, what brings you here? A report and a proposal. First, the report. Our scouts have confirmed that the Yulmoran forces at Laxen Loft do indeed have Minfilia in their custody. For the present, they are holding her there, but we can be certain they will move her to Yulmore ere long. Should that happen, we may be forced to give her up as lost. So if we mean to act, we should do so quickly. Which brings me to my proposal. I ask that you entrust this undertaking to us, the people of the Crystarium. Whoa. Dropping bombshells like that? You crazy?
You are doubtless eager to attempt Minfilia's rescue, and with your combined strength, you may well succeed. But as I said earlier, I do not wish to show our hand unless absolutely necessary. "'Twas not merely the night sky that you restored to us, but hope. Hope for the future of Norvrand. Unlike you, we cannot contend with the Light Wardens, but so long as hope burns in our hearts, we will fight on regardless. This I will prove to you." My friends, I thank you for gathering at such short notice. There is something I would ask you all. As many of you are aware, I received an emissary from Yulmore a short while ago in the form of General Ranjit. To my dismay, the General condemned the slaying of the Light Warden, and warned me in no uncertain terms that, should the Crystarium cast its lot with the Warrior of Darkness, there would be war. Let none be mistaken. We would be hard-pressed indeed to resist the might of Yulmore. Some would even call it suicide. And yet my heart cries out to fight. Better that than relinquish the hope that swelled in my breast when I beheld the night sky for the first time in 100 years. Or so says my heart. My mind, meanwhile, reminds me that to follow my heart would be to risk everything we have accomplished thus far. Clearly, this is not a decision to be made lightly, nor less alone. And so I put the question to you all. What should we do?
My lord, you already know our minds. It brought tears to our eyes to witness the knight's return. The whole of Norvrand deserves the same, and not just because some children's story tells us so.
Yulmore's influence is far-reaching. Should war break out, trade would be subject to restrictions. The flow of goods will dry up, and we will struggle to make do with what little trickles through. But make do we will.
Aye, we can weather such hardships. Is that not the very thing the Crystarium was built for? We have always taken pride in our ability to sustain ourselves. Not just to endure, but to thrive.
When all falls down around you, rise up. Those were your words. There may come a day when all hope seems lost, but even should the rest of the world give in to despair, we shall not. We shall fight on, that our children and our children's children might know a better tomorrow.
Rousing words apart, I never much cared for those Yulmoran bastards anyway. No better than common swindlers, most of them. Wouldn't know a fair deal if it came up and kissed them on the arse.
Trust you to spoil the moment.
It appears we have a consensus. Let it be known that the Yulmoran host at Laxon Loft has taken the Oracle of Light captive. They fear the power she holds over the Sin Eaters, and doubtless intend to imprison her once more. So, I move that we rescue the Oracle, grant her a place among us, and let that be our answer to Yulmor's ultimatum.
Hear, hear!
Hear, hear!
In planning a strategy for the rescue, I open the floor to you all.
And there you have it. If Yulmor wishes to denounce us as villains, then we shall embrace our villainy. Will you do so as well?
We will not be outdone. Consider us your partners in crime.
My lord, our proposal is as follows. We begin by deploying Amaro to occupy the skies over Lakeland. They should serve to delay the airship's departure. At the same time, we scatter dream powder from the air. Not all will succumb to its effects, but it should thin the enemy's numbers, affording us an opening to swoop in and liberate the Oracle.
Very good. See to your preparations.
And what exciting crimes would you have us commit? Speaking for my fellow villains, I'd say we're capable of most things, though we draw the line at indolence.
If excitement is your desire, then I bid you join the Guard. Captain Lena will give you your orders.
Alright, I guess. So, you will be joining the Guard, but however highly the Exarch thinks of you, you will receive no special treatment from me. Is that clear? Where's your salute, soldier? Better. More spirited than the Exarch's feeble attempts, certainly. Now, first things first. You will need uniforms. Go to the Crystalline Mean and report to Catelys. She will see you measured and fitted. Yeah, I can't really do her exotic accent. I don't know what country that's from. Alright, a uniform. As long as it looks good. It better look good. Ah, and there's the last of them. Your friends are being measured as we speak. Right this way. We'll see to it you look your dashing best for your first outing. Why aren't they wearing uniforms? Okay, I'm not wearing a uniform. Done, are you? Let's have a look at those numbers. I see, we're just getting measured. I see. How goes it? Sorry, Captain, I'm afraid we don't have anything on hand that's a ready fit. But we do have a few that are fairly close. We should be able to make them work with some minor adjustments. Very well then. See to it, and have the uniforms delivered directly to the field. I shall take this opportunity to brief you on the mission. As mentioned earlier, we will deploy a Morrow to scatter dream powder from the air. Once the powder takes effect, an elite unit will storm the fortress to rescue the Oracle. Her safe liberation is our sole objective. Engagement is to be avoided wherever possible. I assume we're to be part of said unit. Correct. The unit will be divided into two contingents, one deploying from Fort Job and the other from the Ostal Imperative. You and Alphino will join the former. Mangg, meanwhile, will join the latter with me. There's a nod. Before you proceed to your positions, you are to report to Chesamil at Spagarix. She will issue with you with a serum to ward off the effects of dream powder. We shall be on our way then. Take care, my friend, and we will see you in the field. It's quite far to the Imperative, so you may make use of an Amaro from the Rookery. After you've collected the serum, of course. Nice. I don't have to fucking hoof it across the country. Very nice indeed. Alright, so this is down. We need to head down. Okay. Then that's simple enough, I think. Yup. Oh. Yes, sweetie? Is there something you need? Oh, one of the guard come for your dram, are you? Here you go. A dose of this will keep you firmly in the waking world while your enemies are off in dreamland. Now, if this is your first time, I should warn you. It's bitter as sin. Prince's kiss, they call it, but if you ask me, it should be Crone's kiss. Hehe. Just aside, the stuff really is foul. Most people gag like there's no tomorrow, but if you don't drain every last drop, you're liable to end up taking a trip to dreamland yourself. So I must ask you to drink it here and now while I watch. Come on, give the old crone a kiss. Hehe. Okay. Well done, sweetie. I'm proud of you. Why, if I didn't know any better, I'd even say you enjoyed it. And now you needn't fear falling asleep on the battlefield. Just have care you don't lose any limbs out there, alright? They don't tend to grow back. Whoop. Rookery. Oh, not the Rookery. No. Oh, the Rookery, yeah. Of course. Yes, what do you require of me? You know what I want. Namara to take you to the Imperative, eh? As much as I would like to oblige, all our mounts are reserved for the coming operation. I fear you'll have to go by foot. But wait, there might be another way, assuming you're willing to lend a hand. God damn it, dude. I'm part of the fucking operation. Are you kidding me? I'm a part of the elite team. God damn it. I was about to deliver an Amar to Radiska's Round, one of the locations whence the beasts will fly for the operation. The tower lies along the route to the Imperative. If near enough is good enough for you, you may make the delivery in my stead. Very good. I shall ready the Amaro for departure at once. Dude, I'm part of an elite unit. This is real BS. Radiska's Round is to the north and west. You can take the road or you can fly. It's up to you. Upon arriving, make yourself known to the sentry. She will give you further instructions. If you should become separated from the Amaro, worry not. The beasts are trained to return to the rookery. That is all. Go well. Oh, shit! Look at this. Alright, so right underneath us is the dwarf for the role quest. But, you know, I don't know. I looked, and basically it's like one role quest every 2 levels. So this is just the first one. Then there's one at 74, 76, 78, and 80. We have to do all of them, I guess, in order to continue at some point. But probably at like 80. So I'm feeling more like we just knock them all out at 80 when we need to. That's more what I'm feeling. Oh, you're delivering that Amaro to us? I'm afraid there's been a change of plans. We already have all the beasts we require here. Instead, this one is to go to the Imperative to the west. Please see it to the handler on duty, Sesli Vanthu. If you encounter trouble along the path, return here and I'll set you rightwise. Oh yeah, let's just keep going, baby. This is what it would be like to fly right now. Wouldn't that be sweet to just be able to fly as much as we wanted? Oh, look over here. It's nice and green over here. Oh, very cool. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Nice castle up there. Yeah, yeah. Oh, there's an ether current right here. It seems pretty tempting to just grab. No. I must resist. I'll forget. Ah, the last tomorrow. My thanks, friend. You may leave the beast with me. Say, I don't believe I know you. Did you join the guard recently? Yes. Ah, so that is the way of it. Well, you managed to arrive, and that's all that matters in the end. I bid you welcome to the Ostal Imperative, one of our key strongholds in Lakeland. The first thing you'll want to do is report to the captain. You'll find her at the lookout across the way. Alright, burning through these quests now, baby. Raking in that XP. So, it seems that rather than the Amaro delivering you, you delivered the Amaro. I'll not thank you. I expect all my soldiers to make themselves useful. Speaking of which, I have a task for you. You do, huh? A 395 weapon. And an ether current. And we unlocked a bunch of blue quests that I'm sure are all ether currents. Alright. The Oracle of Light. In readiness for the operation, the Amaro will need to be treated with the same serum as us. As you well know, however, it is not pleasant. In order to coax them into taking it, we have sprinkled it on their fodder. All that remains is to feed it to them, a task I am sure you will enjoy. Fetch the fodder from the Amaro launch and see to 4 of the beasts. Dismiss. Okay, that sounds like a worthy task of someone of my reputation. Just grab some of that fodder. Okay, now I gotta feed the birds. Tuppence a bag. You know what I'm saying? Gwee. Good. Eat it up, dumbass. Isn't this an amazing quest we're doing? This is really next-gen stuff. Gwee. Yeah, eat it up. Eat it up. Gwee. That's the sound Mert makes when he dives into a platter of lasagna. Good. He's eating. Job done. I feel like any lackey could have done that bullshit. Yamaro are fed. Good. The rest have already been dosed, so we need not fear any of our mounts succumbing to the dream powder. All units have now entered the final stages of their preparations. The time is nigh. Make ready and await deployment atop the main watchtower. I will send your uniform along as soon as it arrives. That is all. May night smile upon us. Yes, hail night. Hail the night. Atop the watchtower. Okay. I guess if they mean atop the watchtower. Now, I don't think they meant... No, it's still further up, so they did mean atop the watchtower. Goodness gracious, man. Why'd you build it so fucking high? This is the Empire State Building I'm climbing. My God. Oh, you know what that means. The operation is about to commence. Stand ready. Some of your gear will be glamored. Yes, okay.
Keep moving. What now?
The Crystarium at a guess. Desperate fools. It'll take more than a handful of overgrown lizards to ground us.
Are you gonna be... Sound the alarm!
Captain, the powder has taken effect.
It is time. Let us free the Oracle from their clutches.
Okay, just charging headfirst into an army, I guess. Let's do it. This is pretty cool.
For the Crystarium!
Yes, hail the Crystarium. Look at this place. This is cool.
On guard!
I see ya. Dead. Oh, here we go now. Didn't even kill the healer. Now I did. I mean, shouldn't we be like murdering all these sleeping ones? They're not gonna be asleep forever.
Leave this to me.
There we go. And then we do this, and we do this, we do this, this, for flare. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful.
Now. Let's give them a show.
What am I doing? What am I doing? They're actually killing stuff. I'm surprised. I mean, Alizé is almost doing as much damage as I am. I hate when I dual cast Jolt. Okay, but how about this, and this, and this, and this, and this? Dude, good luck surviving all that bullshit. We don't seem to be getting anywhere. What are you talking about? We're like halfway across the place. Bring it on, dickweeds. Going up? Think we're going up? Yeah, this is badass, man. This is badass, man. Do a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and a little bit of this, and this, maybe this, and this, and this, and this. Yeah, it feels good. Alright, I got you, fake Minfilia. Or not fake. I don't know what she is exactly. Thank you. Are you from the Crystarium? Correct. We've come to rescue you. Your weapons, made to the same specifications as Thancred's. Be ready to use them. Understood. Please lead the way. Alright, now back out the way we came. Yeah, it's a lot of trouble. Just keep up. Uh-oh. Ranjit. Brazen thieves. You will regret coming here. You will regret coming here. No, I assume he'll just fucking wipe the floor with us, and then later on we'll wipe the floor with him, and it'll all be... We've done this a few times now. Yep, we're not doing a whole bunch of damage. Just a little bit. Oh, now I fucked up. Hold on, I gotta... How did that get fucked up? Okay. What is this serpent thing he's got?
Vanity! Be gone!
Yep, just you and me. The way I like it. I am made of pretty stern stuff. I'm Mangg. Whoop. Whoop. Hey man, stop it. Just trying to cast a spell. Stop it. Maybe I should heal. They can't expect me to be able to heal. Can they? Shit. Fuck. Ah, fuck it. We'll heal. Goku Mats. Goku Mats. What are you doing, Goku Mats? Goku Mats, no! Goku Mats! Yep, now that's gonna fuck me up. Yeah.
Why do you persist in this folly?
That's what I do, man. That is what I do. I persist. Yeah, I mean, this is going on a while. Now it ends. Yep. That's how it always works, man. They just keep repeating this bullshit.
You boy, you bear a striking resemblance to the artist my master seeks. By all means, keep your counsel. You will all have ample time to confess your crimes back in Yulmore.
Thancred?
Damn.
So, you are the wretch who stole her from us.
And what if I am?
What? Pathetic. Vermin such as you are not worthy of the Oracle.
Break!
Fool! You would see your city razed?
I would sooner see it razed than conquered. Suffice it to say, we are ready to receive you.
What now, Exarch? Will you face me yourself?
I think not, General. I've quite exhausted my tricks. If you mean to give chase, I will not stand in your way. But you would do well to tread warily. For your quarry goes to a place where even Yulmore dare not bear its steel. Mangg, the Fairy Kingdom.
To think that mountain of indolence still had the energy to unleash his hounds. Even the most pointless of conflicts may alter a world's course. And now the plan has gone awry. But how? How did the so-called Crystal Exarch bring the hero of the Source to the First? As if I didn't have enough on my hands already. Then again, with a soul such as that, mayhap there is another way. One which does not require bloodshed.
Not so long ago, here in the shadow of the Northern Ranges, lay the great kingdom of Verbert. A nation with a proud history that the Sin Eaters cut short, just like all the rest. Since that time, these lands have become a haven for Fey folk. Dreamers frolicking amidst the ruins of a forgotten realm.
My God, look at this place.
We should be safe enough here. It's good to see you again, my friends. I don't know about you, but it feels like years since last we met. 5 of them in my case.
Why, it only feels like 1 to me, but long enough to warrant a more convivial reunion either way. What brought you to Laxon Loft?
The girl, Minfilia, she and I were traveling together, hunting Sin Eaters. But as we were nearing Lakeland, she abruptly ran off on her own. I found her too late to stop the Yulmorans from taking her prisoner. And as I was considering rescue options, I observed that the Crystarium was on the move. So I consulted the Exarch, who apprised me of the details of the operation and issued me certain instructions. Should the situation take a turn for the worse, I was to see you all safely to Mangg. And here we are.
Urianger has called this place home for a while now. Yet we have never called upon him, I am ashamed to say. 'Twas only at the Crystarium that we met.
Hardly surprising. This is not the sort of place one visits on a whim. Happily, having trespassed on Urianger's hospitality for a spell, Minfilia and I have an idea of how things work around here. Sooner or later, the Yulmorans will come after us. But before they do, the Exarch bids us accomplish 2 things. First, rendezvous with Urianger. And second, eliminate the Light Warden of this land.
So, Minfilia. What made you leave Thancred behind, if you don't mind me asking?
You. The hero from another world. I was asleep when I felt it. A presence. Someone I was meant to meet. They were close and I knew I had to go to them. But with all the commotion in Lakeland, I was afraid that Thancred wouldn't let me.
And would I have been wrong? Had I arrived a moment later, you would be back in your cell in Yulmore. And now we have Ranjit snapping at our heels. You really have outdone yourself this time.
I'm sorry. Thank you for saving me.
Oh, poor thing being scolded so.
The fairies are German?
Poor thing.
Who said that? Show yourselves.
Or Dutch, or...
No, put away that frown and have some fun with us. Yes, let us have some fun. Lots and lots of fun.
Or is that Scottish? I don't know. I'm terrible with accents.
Which way was it to Urianger's?
We've been there so many times, but I can't. Oh, why can't I remember?
Damn it all. We're already caught in their spell.
They really lay the cinematics on thick in this expansion. Jesus. Mangg is the fairy kingdom, and as one might expect, it is home to the Fae folk. The most prominent among them are the pixies, who have a penchant for making mischief. They use powerful illusions to play tricks on all who venture into their domain. By way of an example, they can make a familiar path seem wholly unfamiliar, or lead you to believe you're somewhere you're not. And we are now, I'm sorry to say, entirely at their mercy. Alright. I'm sure the next quest will just take me over to this aetheryte, but I don't really want to go through the whole next quest, so I'd like to be able to just snag this so I can end the video. This is a really cool looking place, though. I mean, I'm assuming I can just attune. I don't see why not. What? Yulmore surprised me. Special permission. Who knows? I might need special fairy magic to attune to this aetheryte. No, okay. Alrighty then. Crazy stuff. Very interested to explore this place next time. My name is Mangg. Game watching has been Final Fantasy XIV. See you fine folks in the next part.